Good evening. I think we're on the air.
We're on. Good evening from Crawfordsville High School. Opening night, Friday Night Lights. Crawfordsville Athenians against Greencastle Tiger Cubs to kick off the 2019 football season. Brian Saunders here with Kent Manette, Rhett Welliver, and Justin Duggar. Sorry, we're getting fine-tuned here a little bit, so may have come across a little loud. Kent, beautiful night for football.
It is. We couldn't ask for better weather and a better crowd for opening night. The all-county band is here and sounds great and looks great, so really exciting to get the season kicked off.
Hey, 75 degrees. Right now there's clouds. If you know anything about Crawfordsville, the home fans look into the sun, and so it's a blessing right now. There's some cloud cover, and we are not having to look into that sun. Kicking off tonight. New head coach here at Crawfordsville. A lot of excitement.
Yeah, the T-shirts, the theme for the season is going to be on display tonight. I think there's just been a great attitude from the minute that Coach Slicker even started talking to the school. And the day he was hired, he was in the hallways trying to talk to players and talk to the teachers and just really hit the ground running. And all that hard work is going to hopefully come to show really good results tonight.
You're right. I hope so. I think there's a lot of excitement around this from everything I've heard in the school and certainly with the coaching staff and the players, and even being, I think, very cautious with quotations in the newspaper and stuff, but a lot of excitement there. And just, and I know I always felt this, having been a football parent now for years, that, it's a brand new season. Even though Crawfordsville football hasn't put up a number of wins, through at least in the recent years, there's still a lot of excitement around the beginning of a new season. And I know that I like what Coach Kurt Slicker, in his first year, coming down from McCutcheon High School to be the head coach here at Crawfordsville. But one thing he said is he just wants to be competitive and put a competitive team on the field.
Right, and he is. He's put together a good coaching staff. Dr. Rex Riker, the assistant superintendent, is our offensive coordinator. Dr. Riker was a good football player in high school, had a really good college career at Wabash.
Absolutely.
Matt Reynolds is a Hanover College football player, the JV head coach. Tony Bean is just a great coach in a lot of different sports, a great guy. Nathan O'Neill, Jack Whitecotton, and Sean Gerald are all just... that's just a good staff of guys that are working with our young men and really trying to, like you said, trying to put a competitive product on the field. And
yeah, what I love about that coaching staff is there are, in addition to Coach Slicker being the head coach, there are two other head coaches on this coaching staff, both with Dr. Riker having, I believe, had the last winning season here at Crawfordsville, and I think it was in 2007. And then also Sean Gerald, of course, has coached a number of seasons as head coach and came back last year and stepped in to really fill up the need that was just in vacating it from Coach Getz moving on, resigning his position, and Coach Gerald stepped in. So the Athenians run out onto the field, nothing like that feeling on Friday night to run out onto the football field, especially for the first game of the season. 53 on the roster, so the coaching staff has done a great job of getting into the school and recruiting athletes. Those are some of the bigger numbers that I remember in recent years, at least.
Right. Yeah, they had a lot of guys that really got after it this summer, worked hard in the weight room. So really, just can't wait to see them. I'm sure there'll be some jitters and a lot of nerves, but first couple of plays under their belt, and they'll be on their way. Be
ready to roll, won't they? I know some guys to watch, at least on the Crawfordsville side, will be some of these seniors. Carson Scott coming back out for football for his senior year. And a lot of speed right there with Carson playing his wide receiver position, defensive back. on defense. Cale McCarty is back in the quarterback spot. He was there as a sophomore, and then also as backup last year, and then back in that spot leading the team this year. Captains for Crawfordsville, number 7, Cale McCarty. Number 55 is, I don't see that number on the roster. 54 is Manson Simmons, also one of the captains. I get the feeling that looks like Jesse Horton to me. Number 55 looks like.
That's what I was going to guess.
You think that's right, Kent?
Yes.
Yep. So 55 we think is Jesse Horton. He's actually not listed on the roster with that number, but I believe that's him, and he's also a senior leader. Did a great job last year. May have led the team in tackles, along with, I think, probably Stephen Latray from last year, and Jake Weimer, both graduated. So some new faces for sure, getting opportunities. Some young guys. I've heard a lot of excitement about some of the young guys being able to step in and lead. Some good things about even some of the freshmen, Michael Willis and Caden Underwood, who are, there's a lot of excitement among the coaching staff.
Right.
It's like Coach Reynolds has his special teams pulled out onto the field.
Yeah, it's really it's nice to see that sideline filled up. It looks sharp. It looks like we are kicking.
We're kicking away from the scoreboard, which is obviously typical. Number 7 is deep to receive for Greencastle. It's Dakota Campbell. We believe he's one of their guys who will be a workhorse for them and a guy to watch this year. He's a senior, 5'7", 145-pound. Listed as wide receiver and defensive back, but is deep to receive the kickoff. And it looks like number 88, Alex Hernandez, a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore, tight end, defensive lineman, and kicker for the Athenians. Sends it deep. Ball received on about the 20-yard line. Number 87, I believe, for Greencastle. Picked it up. Connor George. He's a sophomore running back and returns it about out to the, 42-yard line?
Yeah, it looks like number 60.
Is that Tyson Hendon?
Looked like he was on the tackle there.
Okay. You know, one of the things that happened in practice over the last week, number 13 for the Athenians, Braden Mitchell, I believe got an injury, maybe broke his collarbone, is what I heard. So he was going to start on both sides of the ball, I believe, for the Athenians, and is now on the sideline for a little while until that injury heals. Lots of flags. Looked like Greencastle jumped early. Hey, first play of the season from scrimmage, and we're getting to, we're heading the right direction. We're back in Greencastle up, so that's good for our defense. Try to get some guys in that starting lineup here for you. Handoff number 14 to Greencastle. Jake Overstreet, another senior, gets close to the first down.
Kagan Fields came up, made the tackle.
It's like it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Tiger Cubs. They got a huge chunk of that penalty yardage, and then even more back in that their first play from scrimmage. Quarterback for Greencastle is number 9, Braden Baxter.
Yeah, the Athenians stuffed the line there. It was a play off the left side of the ball, and no gain, if anything.
Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Tiger Cubs.
Crawfordsville front 4. Looks like number 88, Alex Hernandez, is on the left end.
Oh, man. Oh, had him. Wrapped him up. Manson Simmons was back there first, but then a whole host of Athenians busted through that Greencastle line. Big loss right there. Was that probably a loss of 9 yards?
Right, that's gonna be 4th and 11.
Yeah. Should put them in a punting situation.
Carson Scott's going to be back deep to receive the punt. Number 5.
Carson Scott could be a dangerous guy. He's got some speed. He's got that thing that coaches can't coach that is one of those intangibles there. He can just flat out fly.
He's got mojo.
Yep. Cannot pick up the number of the punter. It's a high snap on the punt. Decent punt, though. Carson calls for the fair catch.
Good hands.
Yep. Fields about the 31-yard line.
That was a fair catch in traffic. That was a tough catch. So
yeah, good concentration there by Carson. He's a good athlete and obviously a really good baseball player, so he can use those skills here in football as well. One of our multi-sport guys.
Right. And that's another compliment to our coaching staff is the camaraderie between our head coaches and between the programs. And the coaches recognizing that a school of our size, how important it is to all programs developments that all of our guys are eligible and playing.
Absolutely. Hey, first play for the Athenians on offense. Cale McCarty, quarterback, number 7. Hands off. Who was that? What number was that?
By number 15, Jordan Meyer.
That looked like Noah Allen, senior, 5'10", 175.
Noah Allen, another guy that they've recruited back out for football. Really good. I coached him in the youth league back probably even into middle school, and he was really, really good player. Hand off to Noah again. Hey, cuts up the middle and gains for a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down and 9. But another handoff to the wide side of the field this time, and puts the ball right in the middle of the field.
This is moving pretty fast. The offense, are they running a wing T, or what is that set, Brian?
I believe that's what they are. I believe that is the offense for this year. Yep. So lots of weapons, lots of opportunities every play to hide where the ball's going. Faked it to Allen, but did not fake out the Greencastle defense. And so number 3, Kagan Fields, gets the ball that time. He's the ball carrier, and it's probably a loss of 7, I think. It brings up about a 4th and 15.
Yeah, that was just a timing play that it looked like a fake with a trap inside, and I think they could sell that.
Yep. Run another personnel on the field for the punt team for Crawfordsville. Number 55, Jesse Horton, is deep to punt. Receive the snap. Fields it nicely and gets the punt off in time. And gets a good bounce.
Now that brings Greencastle back to the 50. And our defense has to go to battle again.
Yeah. I think out of those 2 punts, Greencastle gained the field position, though.
Right.
The Tigers goes up, ball 1st and 10, ball on the 50-yard line.
Hey, these guys have been practicing a long time, and even with the scrimmage, the controlled scrimmage at Sheridan last week, where I know Crawfordsville did some things really well, but it's still a controlled scrimmage. There's nothing like getting those first series under your belt, get that experience in, those first hits against the opponent when you're really going all out.
Right. Yeah, they got to get used to going full speed, and again, just shake some of the rust. And
number 14, again, ball carrier for Greencastle, Jake Overstreet. Nice run, big run.
Yeah, McCarty came up, made a nice hit, but he bounced off and picked up a few more yards.
Yeah. Gain of 20 that time. Brings up 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. 0-0 here. Overstreet is 5'3", 130 pounds. And but he's quick. Got outside us. Again, ball goes back to Overstreet up the middle. Just off tackle.
Gain of about 3. Maybe 4.
Yeah, maybe 4. Looks like second down and 6.
Well, the sun is dropping below the clouds here on the field, and
that's what we're used to. Being able to look right into that. Shotgun, that time for Greencastle. Uh-oh, he's wide open out there. Number 87. And the call is a touchdown. Number 87 on the pass from Braden Baxter to Connor George, a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore. And just to break down in coverage there, he was left all alone. I'm not so sure that somebody didn't fall down out there, but I didn't see who it was. And unfortunately, that left Connor George wide open for Greencastle. And he's able to, even though there's a tackle, he's able to get it into the end zone. Number 5, Hector Lizama, is on to kick the PAT, and it's good. Makes the score 7-0 with 6:57 to go in the first quarter. Greencastle takes the early lead. Had some really great defensive plays in a couple series there, and then just one time where they get over the top. And it's funny, Coach Rhett Welver told me before this game started, we were talking about some keys, and he said they cannot get over the top of us.
Right.
And that obviously poses a problem there, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the defensive back on that far side, number 14, looks like Caleb Belt. I think he got crossed up and fell or lost his footing and let that receiver get behind him.
Yep. In any case, that puts Crawfordsville in the opportunity to receive this kickoff, and it looks like number 3, Kagan Fields, and number 5, Carson Scott, are both deep to receive. Those are both, we've talked about Carson already, but Kagan has really, really good speed too, so could be fun to watch. Those 2 great threats back there.
Right, they both have, they both get to top speed pretty quickly.
Yep.
So if they can, especially if they can catch the ball on the run, then good things might happen. Our up backs, it looks like number 12, Andrew Martin, is the next back up, and Noah Allen, number 34. Those are 4 deep. Our guys up front have to get a good block and sustain it. And
that's right.
Let our guys
create a lane there, right? Find a guy and stick him.
Here goes Fields.
Fields with the ball. And
made a cut to the left.
Yep.
Back to about the 26.
Yeah. It's nice. He ran pretty much north and south. That's what you want to see out of those guys. Sometimes they, especially in high school, I think they run a long way east and west and a lot of yards and don't pick up any yards. Right. So that was a good job. Athenians will start with the ball on the 21-yard line for their second offensive series. Try to get these rest of these linemen mentioned here.
Right. We have Horton, left defensive tackle. McCarty goes out. He has Martin.
So close. Decent defense, but I think I started calling him Jesse. That's his dad. Andrew had a great opportunity there to haul that in at about the 50-yard line. Nice pass by McCarty.
Yeah, the ball, perfect ball.
Put it right where it needed to be.
Good blocks up front.
Yeah.
So that's something that could develop and be there the rest of the night.
Yeah. Just need a big play under your belt. That just does so much for your confidence and excitement, gets the crowd into it. So good opportunities here for the Athenians.
In the blue-gold game, I was really impressed with McCarty and his passing, his accuracy, and his arm strength looked really good.
McCarty out of the shotgun, hands it off to 34, Noah Allen. Picks up about 3 yards maybe. It's going to bring up maybe 3rd and 7. Third and 7, the ball's on the 25-yard line. The Athenians are heading south here, and the score is 7-0.
The interesting thing about this offense, it's pretty fast moving. It's hard up here in the press box where you have a different vantage point to see which way the ball is going and who has it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that'll translate to good things.
Hopefully the defense feels the same way.
Right.
Nice pass over the middle to 34 Noah Allen from McCarty. It's complete. And Noah Allen has picked up the first down out to the 35-yard line. First down, Athenians. Nice little play there.
That was a nice play.
McCarty rolled out to his left and able to get his body turned and hit. Noah Allen was wide open in the middle. And he turned it upfield quickly and picked up first down. McCarty going under center and shotgun, so they're really mixing up there. And hand off to Noah Allen around the outside on the right side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, that was a good run. There was good blocking on that. It just hopefully they can shake out of that and turn those into some few more yards.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed so far with the new offensive scheme and their execution so far.
They were moving the ball. That's exciting. And up the middle.
Allen again.
No, Allen's going to be the workhorse. Picks up 5 yards.
Carson Scott going in, number 5.
24 coming out. That's Jack Pendleton. Also a guy that's back out for football. Really, he's a guy coached in a middle school. In 7th grade, we won 5 games, and he was a workhorse, middle linebacker, running back, and really good football player.
Tough player.
And flag, I think we got a false start on the Athenians. It's going to back them up 5 yards and make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, one of the keys for tonight is to keep those to a minimum.
That's for sure. Penalties and turnovers, right?
Got momentum and...
Yeah. A really great opportunity right there at 3rd and 5. Makes it tougher. Probably changes the play call, obviously, to 3rd and 10. McCarty in shotgun. Noah Allen in the backfield with him. Outside is Carson Scott and Andrew Martin. And McCarty drops back. Caught the ball, but I think he was out of bounds when he caught it.
What a shame. That was a great catch.
Carson Scott went up and got it, but the throw was just out of bounds. And he did come down with the ball, though. Nice catch.
Yeah, it was a great catch. Again, that's a play that they can get a little tighter, get a little more confidence. That's something that looks like it might be there later in the game.
Agreed. Hey, passing games had success.
Right.
And actually, the running game in that series, the penalty hurt and backed them up 5 yards, and that obviously changed the momentum, as you said, Kent. I think you're right on. So Jesse Horton is back deep to punt again and to receive for Greencastle. Calls for a fair catch. Is that number 7?
That was 7. That is Dakota Campbell.
Yeah.
Fair catch at about the 36-yard line?
Yep, 36, maybe 37.
All right, so our defense can't, like you said, Coach Welliver had said, we can't let them get over the top.
Yeah, no big plays. Just keep getting in there. You know, we've penetrated really, really well. I'm impressed with that. They got in the backfield and they were able to keep. Actually, we backed Greencastle up in 2 defensive plays. Did a really great job of just penetration on the line, and defensive line's doing their job. Linebackers are filling holes. Handoff to number 21 for Greencastle. That's Logan Carrington. He's a junior. And he was able to get around the outside, turn the corner, pick up a first down and more. That's a gain of 20 for Greencastle. So that moves the ball into the Athenians' territory here, about the 43-yard line.
Our left defensive end there that's Nathan Schrader.
Oh, big Nate Schrader. Yep.
230-pound junior. He was in the right spot. Again, that's just I think a play that he'll make throughout the season.
Nate is a force to be reckoned with. He's strong. He's athletic. Outside on the other side, that is
Michael LeBlanc.
Yeah, number 6. It's a new running back. Michael Blanca Jr., 5'8", 145-pound junior running back for Greencastle.
Coach Slicker calls a timeout.
Coach Slicker's going to see if he can't get his guys fired up, get defense fired up, give them a little break. And we've got to stop that. We've got to contain the outside run.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
But just, this is a situation where they have 2 big plays. The coach calls a timeout, just goes out and tells everybody to settle down and just focus on everybody knowing what their job is and just executing play by play. Hopefully they can get it back together.
Yeah. Greencastle coming into this game, last year their leading rusher, over 1,500 yards on the season, but he graduated. So this is kind of a new crew in the backfield, at least from their running backs or for their running backs. But they also had some size. I remember the kid, we had a great sectional battle in basketball right here in the Athenian gymnasium, and a kid named Gavin Bowman, big guy that was defensive end for them, and then could play lots of places in offense. They used him as a real weapon offense, but he also graduated, thank goodness.
Right.
But they're just back with some speed this year. And I kind of read their preseason article in the banner graphic and talked about the speed that Greencastle has. Nope, looks like we might have jumped off sides over there. Probably maybe a hard snap count. And I think it was our right defensive end. So that's going to give Greencastle 5 yards and make it 1st and 5 on the, I think about the 24-yard line. Looks like in the first quarter, just give you a scoring update, Southmont has taken the lead over Fountain Central 6-0. Give you a score from down south.
That's a good defensive play.
Who was in there? Is that number 50?
Yeah, I need at halftime. I'm going to go check my trunk for binoculars.
Hard to see. That's number 50, Peyton Busenbark. That kid can hit. Young guy that can hit. I guess he's a junior. He's not a young guy now, but he played a nice middle linebacker spot last season and was in the backfield this year for a loss. Make it 2nd, and I would call that 7.
Right. And our defense, we're running 3 down linemen.
He drops back to pass, number 9, and ball's broken up nicely by number 5, Carson Scott, intended for number 7, Dakota Campbell.
Yeah, that was good defense. He read it right. He came up just as the ball was thrown and made a good play.
Yeah, and we had a whole host of people back there. Everybody really did their job that time and executed on defense. I think Coach Slicker would say, "Hey, my timeout worked." That's right. Had a big loss in the backfield on the first down play, and second down play is a nice, no breakdown in that deep coverage there. So
and again, good pressure. Schrader was in the backfield. Good penetration. We're going number 7 up the middle.
That guy is little, and I felt like we were trying to strip the ball there instead of make the tackle. A couple guys looked like they were. He might be carrying it in a way that they think they can get a hand on it or something, but got to make that tackle first and let the next guy do that.
Right. Yeah, make the hit and hold.
Yeah.
First down to Greencastle, inside the 20.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the 13-yard line, so 1st and 10 from the 13. Actually, we're set, but there's whistle. Looks like encroachment on Crawfordsville.
Offsides against the Athenians.
So that's going to give Greencastle 5 more. Pick up 1st and 5 on the 8-yard line. Baxter goes up, calls his play, and then backs out in shotgun position. Number 6 is in the backfield with him, LeBlanc. Hand off to LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Yep.
Had him wrapped.
Yeah, I think he picked up 4 yards there.
Yeah, they're making contact
Yep.
behind the line of scrimmage. They have to wrap and bring them down.
Finish that job.
Athenians on the play.
Yeah. 2nd down and 1. Ball's on the 4-yard line. We need, you know what it's time for? It's time for one of those stops in the backfield.
That's right. And Greencastle's they're not running a no huddle.
Yep. Baxter is running backs on the right side, gives a little toss.
Sweep.
In the front, yep, sweep on the outside. Good coverage there by Jesse Horton. Yeah, did a great job on
There's
that.
a flag up on the line of scrimmage. Looks like holding against the Tiger Cubs.
Hey, that helps. Get a holding call back there. Where's that flag? That'll be from the spot.
Right at about the 8-yard line.
Okay. Back them up 10 yards from there.
We had it well defended, though. There
Yes.
was not a significant gain, if at all.
That was number 14 for Greencastle carrying the ball, Overstreet. He's the 5'3" senior. Yeah, Jesse did a great job pursuing that play.
I got to say, just this is the first time I've looked out since the kickoff. This is one of the largest crowds I've seen out here in quite a while. Looks like our home bleachers are pretty well full.
Yeah. You know, Cardsville does a great job with the Montgomery County United Band was here. They sound great. You mentioned that. The dance team kicks things off. They were excellent, and they perform at a high level. Yeah. Oh, nice play.
Martin broke up the play.
One-handed. Andrew Martin goes up and breaks that play up. There's a flag on the play.
Penalty against the Tiger Cubs. Going to back him up again.
What was the call?
What is
Is that illegal man downfield?
Must be when I get my
Ineligible receiver downfield.
when I get my binoculars, I'll get my listing of referee calls.
Yeah. We'll try to listen to. Kirsch and Jared next to us calling on the radio. They know what's going on, so I think it's an ineligible receiver downfield for Greencastle, and but Andrew Martin did a great job. It would not have been a legal pass anyway, but he did a great job of breaking that up. Went up one-handed and pulled it down. So that backs Greencastle up to the 22-yard line, makes it a 2nd and 19. So they get to replay the down, but they got a lot farther to go now. Baxter drops back to pass, and now he's going to run it.
Double team. Good defense. Great defense in the secondary. There were nobody open.
No, we stayed with our man that time, and he got chased out of bounds. Baxter was chased out of bounds. Maybe picked up 3 or 4 yards. I'm trying to see. Ball's now on the 18-yard line. So it makes it 3rd and 15. Picked up 4.
It's interesting just keying on certain players. Schrader was 5 yards in the backfield very quickly. They had their tight end and their tackle were both doing all they could to fight with Schrader there.
Yeah.
So he looks really tough.
He's a horse and works hard. And there's a pass. Pass is complete to number 7, who is Dakota Campbell, and he's brought down by 12, Andrew Martin on the tackle. Good coverage there. So that brings up 4th down.
Looks like kicking unit, maybe.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that was a good pass. That was well defended. That was just a good football play.
Yeah, hey, defense stepped up. They were down on the 4-yard line, and our defense kept them out of the end zone. We'll see the kick. I think it went wide left.
No good.
No good. Hey, defense does its job. Great job.
Good defensive.
And that's impressive.
Right.
I'll credit Coach Slicker on that. He called a timeout there after 2 really big runs, and he settled his crew down, reinforced their assignments, and the guys really played well after that. And they were helped out by, penalties have gone both directions, I think, in that series. But great job by the Athenian defense.
That's right.
That means they could take over. The Athenians take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line after the missed field goal attempt. There are 14.8 seconds left in the first quarter. The score is 7-0 Greencastle.
Well, trying to identify our different linemen. That was number 63, Keegan Abney, going in on that play.
Getting in there and getting some action on the line of scrimmage. Keegan's a great young man.
Well, that quarterback keeper,
by McCarty.
5 yards. That was.
Yeah. Picks up 5. That should do it for the first quarter. Number 54, Manson Simmons, comes back out to jump on the line of scrimmage. But that does it for the first quarter, and your score in Crawfordsville is 7-0 Greencastle. But the Athenians are driving here in what will be the second quarter. Second down, and we think probably 5 yards to go.
Right, yeah, that was a nice pickup. That's the interesting. This offense is it's got a lot of fast-moving parts, and it's the kind of offense that they've worked hard in their off season and the preseason. It's all about precision and speed and misdirection, and I think it's something that they can just keep fine-tuning and getting better and better.
Hey, you can tell these guys, they know their responsibilities and they're executing. We've had, I think, and you and I talked about the one breakdown on defense, which did result in a touchdown for Greencastle, so you can't do those, especially on a long passing play. But we just got a scoring update. Western Boone leads Sheridan 13-0. And that game's also probably in the first quarter or just near the end of the first quarter, I would guess. Looks like Mooresville is beating Lebanon 13-7. And the score still from Southmont is Southmont 6, Fountain Central 0. And Danville's down to Franklin 7-0. So Danville's losing.
Second quarter underway. Noah Allen gets the ball off the right side. Almost gets around the corner.
Yep, maybe picked up one. Looked like, well, I tell you, he was carrying that ball kind of out, away from his body. Be a dangerous thing to let Noah get that thing tucked in there, but ran hard that time.
Yeah, big play here, 3rd and 5.
Number 57, Corbin Smith at center.
There's Allen off the left side. Good run.
Oh, enough for a first down.
All right, picked up the first down. That was a tough run. Yeah, you're right. Corbin Smith at center. Looks really solid. On the right side of him is
Tri-West 2-0. Lafayette Central Catholic.
Hey, Tri-West scoring update from Lafayette CC, and Tri-West game is 2-0. That very atypical football score.
McCarty keeps the ball, rolls right. Nice cut. McCarty's in the open. He's got blockers.
He froze the defense with the fake pass attempt. That arm motion there froze the defense. They had to play straight up. They had to stay where they were, stay with their man, which allowed McCarty to just explode through the middle and picked up big gain, first down, and into Greencastle territory. That's where we want to be.
Yeah, that was a really nice run. Great. Followed his blockers well. Made couple nice head fakes. Back to Allen. Allen cut back inside.
Yeah, nice cut. Going to pick up 2 or 3 yards, I think, because he keeps moving his feet. So even after the initial hit, he still fell forward for another yard. I think picked up 3.
And I think that was wasn't a timeout or anything, but that was well directed by Coach Slicker on that play earlier where Allen came around the right end. He stretched out to the right. I think Coach Slicker was saying what you were saying earlier, is run downhill.
Yep.
And it paid off.
Go north-south. Hey, we're in Greencastle territory. That's where you want to be on offense, and great job by the Athenian offense making it happen. Carter rolls back, drops back to his left, trying to pass, but he probably lost 3 yards on that, and
He lost his footing there. That was that play just didn't develop.
Under pressure pretty quickly as well.
Looks like 3rd and 13.
Jack Pendleton into the game, number 24. Brought the play in.
McCarty under center.
Hey, nice game from Noah Allen.
That was a great hitting play. That was fast. Nice hole. The line looked really solid on that.
It's Mark Hernandez from Greencastle, number 43, Mark Hernandez on the tackle. Sophomore, 5'8", 185.
That was a nice offensive series for the Athenians. They can really build on that. They're picking up speed.
Yep.
It looks like the game's getting faster, and you want them to get to that point as fast as they can.
Yeah. Well, I think every series we've looked better. So it brings up 4th down and 6, so we're going to punt. It's Horton deep to punt, or back to punt.
Yeah, they were a nice punt.
Yeah, keep it. Oh. Number 7, Campbell, goes after that, really picks it up off the hop, and but doesn't pick up any yardage, really.
Yeah.
Athenians there with some nice punt coverage.
Football is a game of, everything counts. The special teams and our building blocks.
There is a flag on the field. Yep. On the far sideline. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Every phase of the game matters. Special teams, offense, defense, right guys in there, everybody executing their play. And then it's a game of field position.
Right. Our special teams have looked pretty solid so far. We're interested to see what this flag is. Did he wave it off?
They waved it off.
Okay.
Yep. Didn't see what he thought he saw. So that's a nice punt. Yeah. Inside the 20-yard line. Ball's on the 18 for Greencastle. 1st and 10 from the 18. Athenians have last couple series done a couple good things. Big play by McCarty, picking up 20-plus yards, and then held them on defense the series before. Last time Greencastle was on offense. So last offensive series for them. Just a great job, really. Let's see what happens on what really is a perfect night weather-wise for football.
Looks like Schrader and Busenbark on the right side. Busenbark deep in the backfield.
Hey, nice job.
Great swarm tackle by the Athenians.
That's probably a loss of 5, maybe 4.
Looks like Busenbark shot across and started with the containment, which you have to have, and froze the running back, and then we had great pursuit.
Yeah.
We had 4 or 5 guys on the tackle. That's
guys swarmed to the football. That's what they're supposed to do. And they did it. So it looks like linebackers are Busenbark, and I see Kagan Fields out there, and Manson Simmons playing in the middle of the field. Jesse Horton's also there at linebacker. Good pressure. Oh, almost picked off by number 3, Kagan Fields. Good coverage there. We had lots of blue shirts in the area.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the quarterback thought he saw there, but he was not open. So
that was almost offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Fields had a better path that ball than the receiver.
He absolutely did. Well, if he didn't do that, we'd have been gone to the end zone because that ball was outside and there was nobody really in front of him. So Fields, Carson Scott back in safety.
Yeah, Pendleton's a junior. He's playing defensive back, but you're right. He has the strength and the speed to play linebacker.
I think Pendleton hit him at the right time, but the official was staring at him the whole time. I'll tell you this: the quarterback never looked away from that receiver. That was number 21, Logan Carrington, and pass was incomplete. Pendleton was chasing the whole way. The quarterback stared at him the entire time. Pass interference against the Athenians. I'll tell you, I think Jack came close to timing that up perfectly. He was just a little early with it. So that moves the ball to the 30-yard line on the pass interference penalty. Gives Greencastle 1st and 10 on the 30. So Been some penalties there that we're just going to have to clean up. But
that wasn't blatant. That was
nope.
You're right. It was really close to being a well-defended play.
That guy gave a little fake and then shot past Jack, and Jack did a good job just putting his head down and running after him. Snaps have been low last 3 times.
Got a sack.
Hey, we had guys all over him. The snap was on the ground.
Horton put him down, but that was Manson Simmons. Shot through the line. They had good outside-in containment. That is a solid defensive play.
We had our front 5 guys back in their backfield that time. Did a great job. Actually, it was a good job of picking up the ball off the turf, but then we were just all over him after that.
Right, but one explanation for snap trouble is that our lineman, our D-line, is doing a good job of making that.
That's right.
Making that center worry about it.
Make him think.
Who is that on our nose? I can't.
I think that's Peyton Busenbark, number 50. Yep, and he just got held.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. It's actually maybe it might be Tyson Hendon, number 60.
Jack Pendleton just had an awesome tackle on that play. It was perfect. He was in the just right position, just really good form tackling.
Yeah.
Open field especially. That's really tough.
He's back out. He didn't play last year, but back out. But I'm tell you what, in middle school that guy could hit. People were scared of him.
Right.
Greencastle lines up in shotgun. Baxter gets it. A little quick pass to the right side. That's number 7, Campbell out there. He's still running. Finally forced out of bounds by Carson Scott on the far sideline. But not before Campbell picks up the first down.
That was a pretty well executed play by Greencastle.
Yep. Timing was good. And here we go with 1st and 10 on the balls on the 40-yard line. Greencastle's now entered into Athenian territory. 6:05 left in the second quarter. Little quick pass again.
Yeah, they're just finding a seam on that. It's a quick hit. Our defensive line's penetrating. They're just executing well.
I think they figured out they don't have much time back there.
Right.
And so he's taking a one-step drop and just turning and firing the ball.
Yeah, they're just running button hooks into the seam.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 options on that same side. One deep option, but he hadn't have time to look at that guy. But he's hitting his short guy, and they're picking up 6, 7, 8 yards. So 2nd and 2 on the 32-yard line for Greencastle. Defense is going to have to step up here again, and here comes the pressure. Screen. Almost picked off. Who was that? Number
58. Is that straight now?
I think that's 50. That's Busenbark.
Busenbark. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. He was in the right spot.
Yeah. At 58 and 50, because they're Schrader. They're both tough to tell which one is which. Not when you look at him. Schrader's got on the white tights and the white sleeves. Makes him a little easier to identify.
Right, and that's Hernandez on the other side. Alex Hernandez, 88. Is he on the other
He's on the other end.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore.
He's a big kid and a good kid. That's Overstreet, right up the middle. On 3rd down and 2, he's able to pick up the first down. Probably gains 5 on that play.
That's where our guys were in the right spot. They have to make that tackle.
Yeah. Oh, again, Overstreet's 5'3", low to the ground, quick, shifty. That's a tough tackle to make in traffic with guys on you. But we're going to have to get it done.
Right.
And they can. Time for the defense to, they're bending but not break. So he does back to pass.
Good defense, pressure, forced a quick pass, and Greencastle couldn't execute.
Yeah, pass was intended for Overstreet, but and we had guys. Carson Scott had a bead on him and was heading in there hard. So 2nd down and 10. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Score is 7-0. Greencastle with the lead. Little button hook pass again, Kent, just like you said earlier. Oh, broke 2 tackles, and that's number 2. Nope, is that number 3? What number is he? Oh, 21, my bad. Yep. 21, Logan Carrington broke 2 tackles. That little button hook pass off to the right side. Quick pass results in a touchdown for Greencastle. Makes the score 13-0. Number 5, Hector Lazama is in to attempt the PAT. Snaps down, and this time it's good. Yep.
Now, Crawfordsville is going to get the ball back with plenty of time. They just have to stay calm, stay cool, and execute their offense and get on the board here before halftime.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we can do it. Both offensive series have been better. Each time we've been out there, just done things better and better, and just got to be clicking there.
Western Boone 20, the Cherry got due, right?
Yeah, Western Boone and Sheridan score. Western Boone's up 20-0. Western Boone ranked first in the state in 2A football after finishing as state champs last year. New turf field over there. I don't think it's quite in yet. So they're playing at Sheridan. Again, 20-0. Western Boone over Sheridan. Looks like Tri-West is now 9-7 against Central Catholic in the second quarter. Southmont and Fountain Central. Southmont's up 12-0 over Fountain Central. Danville's down 7-3 to Franklin. And North Montgomery leads North Pat 6-0 in the second quarter.
All right, we have Fields and Scott deep again.
Yep. Lazama to kick off for the Tiger Cubs. Scores 14-0. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. You know, Kent, they had a chance there. Is that Fields?
Fields has the ball deep.
Sees the ball about the 7-yard line. Returns it out to about the 18.
Carson Scott had a heck of a block on that.
Yes, he did.
That was a deep kick. That was a good low kick, and doesn't leave the returning team a lot of time to develop their blocks.
That's right. And a line drive like that, and then Fields had to go up and get it too. It was a little bit over his head, and he had to jump for it. And that's one of those in-between plays. See, on the 10-yard line, is it going to go into the end zone or not? You can't risk that.
Right.
You got to be sure. So McCarty takes over. Athenians take over. 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. 4:49 left in the second quarter. McCarty in shotgun. Noah Allen in the backfield with him. And Fields goes in motion. Is there no flag? There's a flag, wasn't there? Yeah, that should be coming back. We moved early. Yep. Illegal shift. I think Fields, he's not allowed to go toward the line of scrimmage. I think he did.
He looked a little unsure and flinched.
Yep. So after a big gain there, McCarty picked up the first down, or had enough yardage to do that. Ball's coming back. We're going to lose 5 yards. Make it 1st and 15. And the ball be on the 12-yard line. Yeah, I think he just took the wrong angle back there as he went in motion.
All right, McCarty's under center again.
It's Noah Allen and Pendleton in the backfield, but he passes out to Carson Scott. Picks up 3 yards.
That was a good quick hit play.
Yep.
I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, I think we can do the same thing that Greencastle's doing to us there. And you know, really, I was going to say that last play where Greencastle scored, it was just a couple tackles that the kid broke.
Right.
And we get lower and hit and put him on the ground. McCarty under center again. Puts Jack Pendleton in motion. Ball goes up the middle to Noah Allen. Picks up the first down. Nice run.
Yeah, that's a nice run. Is that a dive or a trap? But that's well blocked. And
yeah, I would call that a dive as well. But that's your key. You were talking about all the misdirection and stuff going on.
It's a good hole, and he's hitting it quickly.
Yep.
And that's great to see. That's good execution, and
McCarty spins away from it, so then he can flip the ball if he needs to, or hand it right up the middle to Allen. Pendleton in motion again. The ball goes right up the off tackle that time.
Yeah, first down, 4 or 5 yards,
Yep.
right off the guard. That's a good play, good setup play.
Great play. Brings up 2nd and 6. Ball's on probably the 30, we call it 35 for the Athenians. Are moving it again. 3:19. The clock continues to run.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to get in the end zone before halftime. That makes halftime a lot more fun. Handoff this time.
Allen cut inside.
Yep. Covered pretty well. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Did Noah Allen.
Yeah, the other linemen were, Sun's going down a little bit more. It's better spot. We have 79 TJ Doherty, 5'10", 260-pound senior.
Yep. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Athenians call time.
Coach Gerald heads out, talking to his guys. I guess that means probably Coach Riker must be up in the box.
Yeah, the other coach that's helping, I don't see him listed, but is Tony Bowen has been just great working with the guys this summer and in the preseason. Crawfordsville police officer.
Yeah, my understanding is he's working on their strength and conditioning some, along with Coach Motes, who's actually in the weight room with the guys. But Coach Bowen would know what he's doing in that area.
That's right.
Really great Southmont football player in my era, a little bit younger than me, but a lot of these guys did that.
Right. Yeah, and it was a tough break this week with Braden Mitchell breaking his collarbone.
Yeah.
He is a good-looking football player.
Yeah, he was running hard and did some really good things in the scrimmage, I believe. And
right.
Yeah, looked good this year coming in for his senior season. You hate that for a senior for sure. McCarty rolls out to his right. Pass is complete. McCarty was getting chased a little bit, but threw an absolute laser to Andrew Martin at the 45-yard line. Andrew comes down with it. Picks up first down, Athenians.
You called that a minute ago. That's a little bit of what Greencastle's been doing to us there.
That's right.
We're running shorter routes, finding a seam, and McCarty was rolling, but under pressure threw a really good ball.
Yeah, threw it right where it needed to be and threw an absolute laser in there. Great job. And Fields goes in motion. McCarty drops back the pass. He's got a guy. Yep. That is number 21. And that is Mikael Willis. He's a freshman, 5'9", 155-pound wide receiver. He is also got some. He has some wheels.
He has an extra gear.
Fly. Yeah. Yeah, and Coach Welver just turned around and pointed out, he didn't keep running. I'm sure he's coming out of the game right now. Coach Gerald or one of the coaching staff's going to let him know, hey, you got to keep running on that. He would have had that.
That's right.
Cale McCarty threw that right where it needed to be.
He would have been gone. He's a freshman. That's a easily correctable mistake.
Yep. He'll be a contributor. Yep. Oh, handoff up the middle to Noah Allen. Picks up 5, maybe falls forward to 6.
Yep, into Tiger Cub territory.
Yep.
Again, I'm just keying early on some of the little things. Our line is firing off the ball.
Yeah.
They're
Honestly,
they're good speed.
Really good.
They're just good precision.
Doing what they need to do. Yep. McCarty under center, puts Jack Pendleton in motion. Ball goes to Noah Allen up the middle. Makes a nice cut. Picks up yardage for a first down and then some.
Great play.
Yeah.
Tops the clock for the first down. Yeah, Allen looks tough. He's hitting the hole fast and running. On that one, he looked a little bit surprised to be as open he was up the middle.
He made a nice little cut in there that really gained him another 4 or 5 yards. He'd had the first down anyway, but he picked up more than that. Down to the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10 on the 41. Got a minute left in the second quarter. That's Fields, goes in motion. McCarty fakes the handoff and drops back to pass. He was throwing under some pressure off his back foot, and that was pretty well covered. Pass was intended for number 5, Carson Scott, but it was into the hands of 21 from Greencastle, Logan Carrington. Luckily, he did not come down with it. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, if you're playing in the yard or playing Nerf football, the one bounce counts rule, that would have been a great catch.
It would have been.
Bounced right up into his hands.
I used to score that way. Cardi in the shotgun. Puts Fields in motion. Up. We had a guy out there jumping just a little too early, a little too anxious. Be a false start. Athenians, they tell those guys on the outside, just watch that ball. Look in. Don't move until the ball moves. So it's going to back up the Athenians 5 yards, make it 2nd and 15 on the 46-yard line. Cardi in the shotgun. Waits for the snap. Oh, little reverse play.
Fields almost broke it.
Yeah. Pretty close together. Greencastle was still kind of just staying home on that. So got back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout, Crawfordsville. Get that clock stopped. 42 seconds left.
Interestingly, that's one of the first. That just looked like a little bit of a breakdown.
Yep. Agreed.
But that has been the exception tonight. They are, I think, a lot of really positive things shown, things that they can make some adjustments at halftime.
Well, knowing this coaching staff and their experience in football and things they've been around, they'll be able to get in there and make an adjustment and get some good things continuing to go that we can just get it into the end zone. When we come out of this timeout, it's 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Ball's on the 46-yard line, so we're in Tiger Cub territory. Got a ways to go and 42 seconds to get there. Looks like Western Boone is continuing to add to their lead over Sheridan. It's now 27-0. And just pouring it on. Western Boone, they have some key weapons back this season. So, hey, Athenians line up. 46-yard line. McCarty's in the shotgun. Moves, I think, Noah Allen over to his right side. Takes the handoff, and there's a nice pass right over the middle. Oh! Looked like maybe Alex Hernandez. Yeah, he's a little shaken up on the play, but hops up and goes. He actually probably did a nice job playing defense right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and
incomplete pass there. It's now 4th and 15, but you know what? With that play, Greencastle was just playing keep it out of the end zone.
Right.
So, Horton's going to punt, and Campbell is going to be back to receive. Nice punt on the ground, and we're covering it well. Still rolling. Who's that? Number 31 for Crawfordsville's down there to cover it. Noah Hegemeyer, a senior running back linebacker.
Yeah, a good punt by Horton.
Wow, inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, pin him back. Just get to halftime and work on some of their adjustments.
It's probably take a knee spot for Greencastle, right?
You'd think.
Some other guys, number 60, Tyson Hendon going out there. It's like lining up over the ball on the nose. You got number 50, we've talked about, Peyton Busenbark. Braden Baxter actually in the shotgun. And
They're running a play.
They are. They're going to hand it off to little Overstreet, and he has broken it to the outside, and he's still going. And he's straight on people, 5'3", 135 pounds. Finally brought down by Carson Scott, but didn't really want to do that probably. I think maybe we thought he was going to take a knee, and he did not.
Greencastle calls timeout.
They're going to try to get another score, aren't they?
I don't like to criticize the referees. They have a really tough job, but there were, I think there was a little holding that might have been missed on that play.
Yeah. 13 seconds left here in the second quarter. Score is 14-0. Greencastle over Crawfordsville. Just got to get them stopped here and get in there at halftime. Make those adjustments you talked about. We can come back. 14, just down 14-0. A lot of positives.
Right. On both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And Greencastle is, they've executed well on offense. Their linemen are getting their blocks.
Yeah.
But one adjustment, we've got to solve those short curl patterns.
Right. Yeah, making an adjustment there and getting good pressure on Baxter, and our D-line's doing a nice job.
Yeah, with our three-man front, I'm impressed with the pressure we're putting on.
So Baxter's back in shotgun, got trips to the right. And he is dropping back. It looks like he's going to tuck it and run, heading for the sideline. Going to pick up probably 6 or 7 yards maybe. Depends on that spot. Just into Athenian territory, just over the 50-yard line. So I would say it's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 49-yard line. 5.5 ticks on the clock here in the second quarter.
Yeah, our defensive backs have to be on their toes here. Keep everything in front of them.
Nobody behind you. One key. Yeah, don't get burnt. So Baxter's deep, or he's in shotgun again, drops back, 3-step drop, fires a nice little laser pass. Caught, but there is no time left on the clock. That should be it.
That was good execution by the defense, because that was a heck of a pass play, and our guys covered it.
Yeah, he threw a laser right there. So, hey, heading into halftime, some positives here. We'll recap that, talk a little bit about some of the other seasons that are going on right now for a few minutes, and then probably take a break. But heading into halftime, the score is 14-0. Crawfordsville, recap a few of those highlights that you remember.
Well, I just think I would say it's 14-0, but I think they showed poise and showed some. There were a couple in the past few years, a couple of the bigger plays that Greencastle had. Our guys could react differently. Tonight they held it together. I think you pointed out. I think a lot of that is Coach Slicker had a really timely timeout and got our guys to check themselves and kind of detach and get back into it. And then they had that great defensive stop. I mean, it could easily be 28-0 now.
For sure. That was a great defensive series.
But on offense, our line is firing out and getting their blocks. And I think our offense, they are. In football, it's important to get fast as you can.
Right.
And after the first couple of series, they ramped up their speed. I think that's a big positive. I think our defensive backs, with the penetration that our three-man front is something that to look forward to. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I made adjustments. I agree with you. Made some great adjustments there, and just a number of good things. I get this. You'd like to get into the end zone, but with the place that the Athenians are right now at this point in the season, I think there are tons of positives going to halftime, and they can build on that, make those adjustments you talked about, and really come out fired up and ready to go. One of the things that's been tough in the past, and again, we talked about some injuries like to Braden Mitchell.
Right.
And things that hurt you, but guys just having to play both ways, both sides of the football. I know they try to limit that, but you got to have your upperclassmen, your athletes, your bigger, stronger guys on the field often. But they also did a good job of subbing some guys in. It looks like special teams filled up as you would expect with guys who are getting a chance to play, getting that first experience. Michael Willis was out there at wide receiver as a freshman. Heard some good things about him from the scrimmage. So I think there's a lot of excitement.
Right.
And just a ton to build on.
Really be a good football player.
Yeah. Montgomery County United band out here performing at halftime and looks really good. Nice to see a good, loud band. Did a great job with the national anthem. That's important.
And the band, the football, the whole atmosphere. I grew up and played in Covington.
Yep.
We were a single A school, but band in the 80s was. We had 80 to 100 kids in band, and I played quarterback in football, and I played snare drum in the marching band.
Right.
So it's really neat to see the kids. They work just as hard to put their performance together at halftime as our football players do.
Absolutely. And with that, it brings so much to the game too. Right. I know even thinking of basketball games when the pep band's there versus when they're not there, just what a difference that makes for the game and the environment. And with this Montgomery County United, they've done a great job pulling kids from all the schools, I believe, and they're able to really perform and sound great. So we'll talk about a couple of the other seasons going on as the fall sports seasons have kicked off. I know the Athenian volleyball team got off to a really great start at going to Sheridan. Both JV and Varsity won. JV had gone, you play 3 games or 3 sets for the match there, and they went 2-0 at Sheridan. And then the Varsity team went 3-1 and looked really good.
Right.
And then ran into a tough Greencastle squad on Thursday, I guess.
Yeah.
This week, and just they stepped in here and have a couple of players on the state watch list, and Varsity got beaten 3, but they were competitive. The first game, and I can't remember the score exactly, but it was like 25-23. So I mean, they were just right in it, or maybe 26-24.
Danville 20. Danville 10, Franklin 7.
Danville has taken the lead. We'll give you
second quarter.
We'll give you some scoring updates here as well, talking about other teams. Danville's up over Franklin now. It's taking the lead 10-7 after trailing them.
Other fall sports, it looks like our cross-country program has a lot of kids out and a lot of really strong runners. They had a meet earlier where I believe the top 3 finishers were Athenians.
I saw that
for the
boys. Yep. Very impressive. So, as you look at this, lots of excitement here, kicking off the fall sports seasons, and some other things we'll have updates for you as we get just further into this season. But from tennis team and the soccer teams, I know both of them are off to great starts. I don't think the girls won the other night, but the boys did. So there's a lot going on. That's what I love about the fall sports season. So many sports. It's every night of the week. I know the athletic trainer, Doug Horton, and his team of people are really, really busy in the fall, especially.
And you mentioned earlier the dance team performed tonight. Both of my daughters are on the dance team, Reagan and Reese, but that's a program. I mean, that's a dynasty here. There's success that they have, but that's because of their hard work. The amount that they practice and how much attention they pay to their precision is really remarkable. It's
another fun part of our athletic events, and I know they go compete, and they have just a ton of success when they do that and come back with all kinds of awards and first place finishes and championships. But they also add a bunch to the Friday night sporting events, whether it's the performing at halftime of the basketball games or pregame or halftime of the football games, as they have a chance to do that. Just really adds a lot, and we hear a lot from opposing teams' fans about just how great they are. So that is a good program led by Tammy Haas, has for a long time now, led that and just done they do it with excellence, and you love that.
Yeah, another neat thing about tonight, you mentioned the volleyball team with Greencastle earlier this week, and last season with basketball in the sectional finals. I think Wabash and DePaul has such a great tradition in their rivalry. I think there's a great rivalry that is developing between Greencastle and Crawfordsville.
I absolutely agree. I saw now they have all these Barstool Twitter accounts that everybody has, and we looked out on Greencastle. It's kind of sort of fired us up a little bit, but theirs is bring your championship trophy, and they showed a little video of their kind of last second win in the basketball sectional here in our home gym, and so they did that to get their student body fired up and probably give us a little ammo too to come after them. So
right.
Good, clean, fun rivalry, high school sports, nothing like it.
Yeah, this atmosphere tonight is definitely what we both have kids in the school system.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you would want.
Yeah, we got a great student section over there tonight. It's beach or Hawaiian theme. I don't know officially what it's called, but they're all decked out. We have a great student section here, and then our fans are absolutely packed.
Right. Yeah. I think
our stands are. Yep.
This is the biggest crowd I can remember since you mentioned earlier, like with when Dr. Riker was the head coach in 2007 or 8.
We always said this about football especially, but this community backs the program well, and they're just waiting really for some success. Not that they're fair weather fans. It always starts off, but it's tough to do that, losing one, and we've been part of it. My son Cam was on the football team for the last 4 years, and there were a lot of wins in those 4 years. But the fan support, the student support especially, is always good here with the Athenians, and just willing to hang in there with us. So I think new head coach, new season, we're competing. That's what we asked for. It's what Coach Slicker said in the paper. Let's compete, and we're competing right now.
Right.
That we can get it done. I think maybe it is youth football night here tonight.
Yeah, they have good numbers out for our. They've got I think first and second. No, K1.
K1 is that flag?
Yeah, I don't know what it's controlled chaos.
Yep.
But they really watching them practice is neat. They work hard, and then they have second and third, which is flag, and then fourth and fifth is tackle.
Okay.
And then I don't know if sixth grade is out there, if that's part of our youth program this year, but they fielded a full sixth grade team of about 15 players, and they're working hard.
Yeah, I think that's another important positive. You just pointed out that the numbers are up program wide, up and down. Through the youth program and through the also through just the middle school being able to fill teams. And we hear from the other schools that football's a challenge right now. Right. People are concerned about injuries and other things like that, and so to have the numbers like this is really encouraging. And I'll give credit to the coaching staff. I know Jake Lowe is running the youth program with lots of great volunteer help, and that's what that is at that level. It takes a community to jump in and build it, and they're running the same offense and doing all those important things that Coach Slicker has put in place. Coach Riker did before him. Coach Gerald did. But it's in there again. So right now our little guys are coming out here, and I see it looks like Aaron Kellos must be, but his sons are on this team, or his son is on this team, and he must be coaching this first group. I'm not going to know them all, Kent. We might take a break while they introduce this, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes as we get ready to kick off the second half. The score is 14-0. Greencastle over our Athenians right now, but we're looking forward to a good second half.
Thanks, Brian. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. We're here about a minute to go for the second half to get underway between Greencastle and Crawfordsville Athenians tonight. Opening night here at Crawfordsville High School.
Athenians get to receive the football the second half, and I'm going to run through some quick score updates for you at halftime. Danville and Franklin. Danville is down now. They had taken the lead, but they're down 14 to 10 at halftime. Tri-West is beating Central Catholic 9-7. Western Boone is beating Sheridan 34 to nothing.
No. It's a bad school. They messed up.
I think it's 27 to nothing, actually.
Yeah, 27.
And Mooresville is beating Lebanon 27-14.
Yeah.
And here in Crawfordsville, as it winds down, it's 14 to nothing. At halftime, Greencastle has the lead right now, but they're going to kick off to our Athenians. And
now we talked about before the break. Now we get to see what our coaching staff did with the guys at halftime and the adjustments that they need to make.
Hey, we're in this game. Ball is kicked to Kagan Fields. Takes it up the middle, breaks right. Gets up to the 20-yard line now. Probably 10 yards. I always want those guys back there to just turn on their jets.
That's exactly what I was
and go. Right. Because they both have them.
Right.
And, Kagan, this is his first real. He got a little time last year, but
he's a sophomore. And
right.
That's it's easy for us to say just put your head down and run, but it's. I think he'll get there. He definitely has the speed, and he's tough.
Yeah, and he's a football, basketball, baseball guy. He's back playing baseball this summer, and he's an athlete.
Yeah, he looked really good playing baseball after he hadn't played for a while.
Wow, little timing issue. That was pretty fortunate right there. Pick up probably, 7 yards maybe.
Yep.
That ball actually hit the running back. Was that Fields maybe coming across?
Hit Fields in motion. McCarty picked it up and went off the right side for about 7 yards.
I love it. Coach Slicker probably designed that at halftime.
Yeah, I think that was an adjustment.
Came out and ran it. Run that thing again. McCarty back in shotgun. Noah Allen in the backfield with him. Fields is on the right side. Ready to come in motion and out wide. Martin and Carson Scott. Yep. I think it's on Greencastle. Look like
that's right.
Offsides. Maybe lined up in the neutral zone.
Offsides against the Tiger Cubs.
Yeah. Definitely encroachment. Hey, guess what that's going to do, though? With that penalty, we get the first down.
That's right. And again, when we were talking earlier, that was another positive. We had, five first downs in the first half?
Yeah. First game of the season, we're going to get better at this, too.
That's right.
So we'll keep stats. McCarty's under center this time. Hands off to Noah Allen on the right side. Noah turns the corner, probably picks up 3 yards. Gets the ball out to about the 35-yard line. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. That was a nice defensive play by 43 Hernandez by Greencastle. Made a really good scrape.
Yeah, he did. He covered that well. That's what I like about Noah, though. He's keeping his feet. This is what they always tell the running backs, right? Or guys carrying the ball. Keep those feet moving. And he did it. And, fell forward, able to pick up a few yards. So 2nd and 7, ball on the 35-yard line. Athenians are marching forward. Handoff. Hey,
kept going.
Just keeps his feet pumping right there. And you can see the result of that. They wrapped him, and then he, again, bounced forward for another yard. Makes it 3rd down and 1.
All right, that was a tough play.
Yeah, 3rd and a long one.
Yeah, what I like about the way that Allen is running the ball, there's a difference between getting hit as a running back. If you can initiate the contact, you can make good things happen, and it looks like he's doing that on several of these runs tonight.
Hey, you can just feel the energy still in these stands and on that team and the way they look. Broken play there. Snap ends up on the ground. McCarty has to fall on it, unfortunately. Now, this is a couple times not that when it's been 3rd down, we've had something like that happen. Maybe a penalty or the play breaks down, and which makes it 4th down. Just totally changed it. Had a 3rd and 1, And now, 4th and 6. So that puts us in a situation where Horton's going to have to punt. 7, Dakota Campbell is deep to receive this punt. Kind of a line drive punt that he gets away. Looked like maybe he was trying to keep that away from Campbell. But you think he just missed it?
I think he just missed it.
Okay.
There was pretty good penetration by Greencastle on that.
Yeah. Jesse's had some really great punts. We pinned him inside the 20 once and inside the 5 with his last one. And so that definitely is not representative of what he's capable of there. And may have rushed it, came off the side of his foot for sure. So we'll jump out on our first defensive series. We were moving the ball there again.
Right.
And then just had the one breakdown. Clean those things up. They're capable. So Baxter is in the shotgun for Greencastle. They're on the 45-yard line. Gave it to Overstreet, who really bounces outside, and he is fast. That guy can flat out fly. So I think it's Kagan Fields with the touchdown saving tackle. Looks like maybe Overstreet stepped out of bounds on the 10-yard line. Oh, there's a flag back here. I didn't see that.
That's a lucky break, and maybe a good explanation for why it looked like he got out there so easily.
Yeah, so wide open out there, nobody around.
Yep. Oh, good. Because with the positive there is our Nate Schrader again was deep 5-6 yards in the backfield and was in the right place at the right time. And I don't know if that was the hold, but at first I couldn't see what kept him from making that tackle.
Yep. Spot of the foul is about the first down marker, I think. And so that brings up a 1st and 10 on the 44, which is exactly where this drive started. So here we go. Baxter backs up, shotgun, and he takes that as a little quick pass. Your little button hook that covered well.
Right, that was covered. That was.
Now here's what I like. The first guy wrapped him up and allowed 3 or 4 more to jump in and tackle. I see number 12, Andrew Martin, number 60, Tyson Hendon, Kagan Fields is out there.
Right, that's something that the good coaches can spot and talk about at halftime, and those are adjustments they have to make.
You said they need to make that adjustment, and they, right there at least they did on that play, and I'd expect Greencastle to do it again.
Right.
That's what they did last time, 3 or 4 times.
They've got twins left.
Yep, and he's going quick pass other side. Oh, that was a nice pass. He threw that to Campbell. Yeah, Dakota Campbell. That's their playmaker.
Their speedster.
But here's the thing: he led him, which allowed his momentum to be going downfield, and that gives Greencastle first down.
Right, and that's just that's just reading our defense.
Yep.
Our defensive backs are playing off, and
a little soft. Probably gonna have to tighten that up, take that away. But they also know, the threat is, as Coach Welver pointed out, and he went down and watched him. His nephew plays at Southmont, and so he went down there and watched the scrimmage and said, "Hey, we've got to contain that."
Right.
Another little quick pass to
McCarty. Yep. Good tackle.
He's there. Yep.
Good swarm tackle there.
So he's going to pick up 2 yards on that play. Quick pass again out to Campbell. It's a steady diet of Baxter to Campbell here on this series.
Right.
But, as you pointed out, good coverage on the last 2, really.
Right.
It's hard to get pressure on when he's throwing that quickly. He's, shotgun. He's 5 yards off line of scrimmage. There's a snap right in the right spot. They've corrected that. He throws it downfield. Looks like they intercepted that.
Interception.
Yep. Great play. Carson Scott, I believe. Nope. Kagan Fields.
Right.
Number 3 gets in front of the intended receiver. I'm trying to see that number, but he's turned perfectly sideways from me. And the Greencastle receiver, Kagan, just had great coverage.
That's right. That's great.
I'm feeling it's number 21, Carrington, but I'm not positive.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's a big play.
Yeah, that's a touchback. Obviously, a turnover gives us the 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. And Phil's just made a tremendous play right there. We also got some pressure in. And
it was good pressure. Yeah. And the other was Carson Scott was on Campbell on that play.
Yeah.
And his coverage forced the quarterback to look off, and he didn't see Fields on the backside there.
Passing play right to Carson Scott.
Oh, great. That was a nice play.
Picked up 8 yards, I think, maybe 9 yards on that play. Carson did a good job just getting it and coming down, make sure he had the catch.
Good blocks by the line.
Yeah.
Cale had time to set up and get set and make a good play, and Carson ran a good route.
Personnel changes here. They brought in Alex Hernandez at tight end and took Andrew Martin out at the wideout, so we just have one wide receiver and Carson Scott out there. So handoff right up the middle. It was a 2nd and 1, and Noah Allen. Yeah, Noah Allen picks up 4 yards.
Up to the 35. Move the chains.
Another first down, and I'll tell you, having been around this program again as a parent for a while, those first downs were tough to come by, and we've picked up several tonight. Again, we'll do a better job in the future having those stats for you, but Corbin Smith's doing a really great job at center. Put the ball right where it needs to be for Cale. And McCarty keeps it this time off the left side, breaks it outside. Decent
nice play.
Coverage, but but still picked up 3 or 4 yards. Yeah, it looks like 4.
McCarty has good speed and good instincts. Follows his blocks well.
He's hard-nosed.
Right.
He's just going to put his head down and go, and he's a football player for sure. Loves the game.
Right.
Yep, so they're staying with this lineup, but now Andrew Martin and Carson Scott are split out wide. Noah Allen's in the backfield with McCarty, and Kagan Fields is lined up in the wing back position, goes in motion.
Oh, that.
In front. There's some pressure right. Yeah, I don't know if that pass got tipped or what.
I think his arm got hit.
Yep, it looked like it because he didn't get on it like what he has been. So number 21, Logan Carrington, just right to him right there. That got hit.
Yeah, it's just a bad break.
Yeah.
I was Greencastle was bringing a blitz on that, and that was, I guess, just a perfectly timed. Their linebacker looked awfully close to being in the neutral zone on that.
Yeah, they were on quickly, and something happened there with Cale's arm because he didn't get anything on that ball. And unfortunately, the defensive back for Greencastle just kind of camped out under it, waited for it to come down, returned it about 20 yards.
Yeah, his arm had to get hit. That just wasn't even close.
No. 1st and 10 on the 20.
Yeah, defense has to stay up and got trips left.
Oh, wow.
I think that's Manson Simmons.
Manson Simmons there, putting the center.
I think he was.
Looks like the ball didn't move, evidently. So that gives them 5 yards. That makes it 1st and 5 on the 15-yard line for Greencastle. So the defense got to step up here.
Right.
We were moving the ball on that series. We're going to have to just be able to step it up.
Moises Mora, junior, 6 foot, 200-pound linebacker. Number 42 goes in for the Athenians on defense. Oh,
some movement over there, but Greencastle's getting their play. Baxter calls it from the shotgun. 15-yard line. Quick pass again, little button hook. You know what? Carrington on the right side, but we were there again. Right. Coverage was there. Andrew Martin had him wrapped up, and Busenbark and Horton went out and cleaned it up. Unfortunately, I think he picked up 5 yards for the first down.
1st and goal from the 7. Need a big play here.
Yep, defense, be nice for a bad snap or something. That would help us. Maybe one about 15 or 20 yards over his head. Lofts one up there. threw it to a spot. Did he get it? Nope, out of bounds. Yep. Baxter's pass was intended for, is that 81 maybe?
Yeah. A little bit of a lucky break for the Athenians there.
For sure.
Our defensive back was in the right spot, but they can't let the receiver get behind him like that.
Yeah, that's right.
But he was reading the quarterback and doing the right thing.
Yep.
You've got to keep the receiver in front of you.
Yeah, that's tough because all he does is loft that ball up to the corner of the end zone, and it's purely a timing and counts on his receiver to get to that spot, which he did, but he was out of bounds. So second down. Baxter takes the shotgun snap. We got good pressure, and because of that pressure, he has to just get rid of it.
Right.
And really throws it away. We had good coverage downfield. Great job by the Athenians. Third down. 6 yard lines. 6 yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, this is it right here. They can.
Yeah, can't. No coverage breakdowns. Looks like Pendleton's lined up wide on this receiver. Carson Scott's on the other side. Baxter hands it off, and to their speedster Campbell.
Yeah.
He's trying to get outside. We got good coverage.
That's right.
Yep.
Put him on the left hash. They're going to kick or go for it. I don't know.
McCarty's out there to turn it upfield. Kagan Fields in the back.
4th and 5. So that was a lot of running east and west.
Yeah. Athenians were able to string it out with them so that they could not. They just didn't have anywhere to go. Couldn't really get turned upfield.
Greencastle's going for it. 4th down.
Makes sense. The last kick didn't work out, so Baxter back to pass. Good pressure again.
We got it.
Ball's out. The ball is out with a great hit, but it bounced right up. Yeah, a great hit in there. I see Alex Hernandez, and I couldn't tell who actually got. Somebody got a helmet on the ball or knocked it out.
I think Manson Simmons was in the mix there.
Was he in there too? Yeah, and it bounced right up to the running back for Greencastle, but
that's a big play.
That's 4th down, turnover on downs, 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line.
That is.
Athenians take over. Hey, once again, and this hadn't been there the last few years, that they have been able to step it up on defense and make things happen.
Right, not giving up the big play, not giving up the little play on the defensive stand like that.
Yep, McCarty shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, follow his blockers up the middle. Picks up probably 2 yards. And pretty good coverage up the middle. Number 61 for Greencastle, Mickey Cooper, 5'9", 200-pound senior defensive lineman. With the stop on that one, but makes it 2nd and 8 with ball on the 13-yard line as the Athenians head north. Cardia under center. Ball is handed to Noah Allen up the middle. Not much there. Looks like we're picking on that middle a little bit here. Coaches must have seen something.
Right.
Coach Riker, offensive coordinator. McCarty gets a play. So we got 3rd and 8 with 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, the score's 14-0 here. And the Athenians home field on the turf. First time out this season. McCarty under center. Gets it. He's rolling out right. And he's being chased. Good pressure. He launches it downfield. Right. Unfortunately, into some good coverage. Looks like number 6. Yeah, number 6 for Greencastle, Michael LeBlanc, a junior defensive back. There's probably 3 guys out there. I think maybe Alex Hernandez was the intended receiver downfield.
All right, well, defense can show its stuff again and get the ball back.
Yep. Not tremendously different from a punt, right?
Right.
So
Greencastle on the ball, 1st and 10, ball on 43-yard line.
Yeah, there was a rollout to the short side of the field.
Yeah, wasn't much room over there, and I think they covered it and got pressure on him pretty well. So let's see if Horton and Schrader and I think Tyson Hendon or can Oh, it's Manson Simmons now. Can get into that backfield and disrupt some things. So, little quick pass out there to, of course, to Campbell. And unfortunately breaks it to the outside, and last hope. Fields slowed him up but missed knocking him out of bounds, but luckily, who is that out there? 42 maybe? Yep. 42, Moises Mora. Getting it done. He's a neat kid. He came out for baseball last year. Hadn't played in a long time, and he's a junior this season and getting some time at linebacker.
Well, I hope I didn't jinx anything earlier saying we hadn't given up the big play.
Yeah, a couple, missed tackles right there too, though. Just got to clean those things up. I think some of our guys are just tired, and that starts to show. And so, what you're hoping here is that we can do what we just did.
Right.
Short yardage. Greencastle's ball on the 5-yard line, and and we knew it. Campbell's a playmaker,
right?
And so he was able to just break that outside and go. So first down and 5, first down and goal actually on the 5-yard line. So can the Athenian defense step it up here again?
Right.
They've been called on several times here, even twice in the second half, once in the first half, and they've made it happen. Baxter is in the shotgun again. Hands off to, hands off to 6 to LeBlanc. Bounces it outside on the right side for the touchdown. Yeah. That's a lot to demand from your defense there.
Right.
That makes the score 20-0 with 2:09 to go in the third quarter. And it's number 5, Lazama, again in to attempt the PAT. High snap, but he got it down, did a good job, and the kick is good. The holder, I think, is probably the quarterback.
Right.
Yep, it is, and he got hit there, and he's limping off, but he is up, and looks like he's going to run it off.
Yeah, our guys just need to hang together, and we need to work quickly.
Yeah.
But if we need a good offensive set here, they're still in this game.
Right. Let's get in the end zone. Get it done. See if I have a scoring update for you. I know I had a new... Maybe I don't have any... I don't think I have any scoring updates. All right, so the Athenians are going to line up again to receive, and it's...
Now they're sending...
is that Michael?
Michael back.
Yeah, Michael Willis, number 21, the freshman wide receiver, kick returner, speedsters back with Carson Scott, one of the senior leaders on this team.
Yeah, it was fun. Michael, as an 8th grader, just dominated some junior high games last year. And again, if we get a chance to see it, he has afterburners that are just... He's got a different gear. If he can get a couple of steps to get up to speed, he can... Let's see if he can show us.
Well, you know what we're voting for. We're voting that he puts his head down and just goes, and the kick is going to Michael. Whoop. Freshman thing, he picked it up. Usually can get good things.
He's going to get to the outside.
Turn him on. He's cutting around the outside. And he's brought down, but a little glimpse of his speed as he ran east to west there.
Right.
He fumbled the kick, or he fumbled receiving the kick. There's a flag on the play. Not sure what that's going to be. It looked like there were a few guys standing around there. I saw Carson Scott go in there and calm some guys down, give Greencastle guy a high five. So officials are huddling up there about the 35-yard line. Still conversing. We're not sure what the penalty is. They're going to get a report. Oh,
unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul.
North Montgomery 20 and North 13.
Got a quick scoring update here. North Montgomery 28 and North Putt 13 in the third quarter.
That's a costly penalty on the Tiger Cubs. Personal foul. That brings the Athenians out to their best starting field position of the night, out about the 34, almost 35.
Yeah, we're ready to let's execute. Let's put together 4 or 5 plays in a row here and see if we can get it done.
Right.
You got Martin and Scott lined up wide right. McCarty's under center, gets a snap. No, Allen gets handed the ball, and boy, he is swarmed by the D-line and linebackers. They were bringing it that time. Number 15 from Greencastle in on that tackle, Jordan Meyer, senior linebacker. So, loss of probably 4, 2nd and 14 on the ball's now on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's getting late in the game. I know our guys are getting tired. They have to concentrate. That was the first time where
you're right.
It didn't seem like maybe there was a misfire on the count, but our guys did not fire off.
They were on us quick here, so guards are pulling, tackles are pulling, and going right side. Noah Allen has no room going around the right side. You can see linemen out there trying to get the job done. TJ Doherty and other guys pulling, leading that blocking, but they were just outmanned. There were just more Greencastle jerseys there. So now it makes it 3rd and 18, and the ball's now on the 26-yard line for Crawfordsville. So not a huge secret what kind of play this is going to have to be.
Right. Yeah, we're on the right hash going north, wide side of the field to the left.
Laycock's down to 7, down to 5, so you're going to have to take a timeout for Crawfordsville. Cale is pointing to his wristband, which is, I'm sure, how he calls the plays. They signal it in, and my guess is just a miscommunication there. He didn't, whatever play they got called in or signaled in, must have not shown up on his wristband. So a little bit of a problem. And last 2 plays, you're right. That's been different than anything we've seen up to this point in time.
We've talked about it a couple times tonight, junior high football. I believe that our 8th grade team won the other night against Greencastle. No? I might be misinformed.
8th grade?
My source on that was 7th grade Sam Manette, so I'll just, I'm only as good as my source.
All right, here we go. Cale McCarty under center for 3rd down and 18. And we'll see what he's going to run. We got about 35 ticks left. Yep. Gets a handoff and stuffed again by number 15 from Greencastle. And again, that's Jordan Meyer. McCarty was getting hit almost on the snap. Noah Allen was hit really quickly there. So that's going to take care of this 3rd quarter. But that makes it 4th down and 21 yards to go, Kent.
Right. I was trying to key on that right side there, and I cannot. I don't know if that's just that defensive end, just in a one-on-one situation. That 3 times in a row. That's just.
I wonder if it is not some of that fatigue setting in, and just those guys have been on the field a lot. At this point in time, they're going to have to do what you said and step up.
Right.
Coach Slicker's encouraging them, trying to get them fired up there on the sidelines. They head to the 4th quarter. And I think there are just still a number of things going right. We've not had a series like that until this point in the game. So.
Sponsors. Donating resources to the Crawfordsville High School football team.
Again, thanks to Coach Rhett Welliver and Justin Duggar for the help with this webcast. Justin's also keeping me updated on scores. Clinton Central's beating Frankfort 20-0, and Frankfort was our one win last season, and it was a lot of fun to go over there. And if what happened in that game, Kent, the lights went out on half the field, so we played it on half the field and just kept reversing it, but we were able to put a pretty good pounding on the hot dogs, which was a lot of fun.
Right, that was a big win.
Jesse Horton picks up the snap off the turf, bounces in, still gets the punt away about the 45-yard line. Campbell fields it, returns it to the probably 37, 38-yard line.
That was a great open field tackle. I think that's Ethan Powell, number 10.
I think you're right. Really nice pursuit and tackle.
It's one of the hardest things is the open field tackling.
Yep.
Nothing easy about it. That was a great play by Powell.
Yes, and we haven't called his name a ton. He's not been in there. He's on some special teams, but he's going to be a player.
That's right.
Got a lot of skills. Number 42, Moore, is coming off.
Yeah, I'm impressed with a lot of these guys tonight, all of them. I mean, there's
doing a great job. Future's bright for Athenian football.
Right. All right, we need to stop here. Athenians need to get the ball back.
Baxter takes it. Oh, no, that's the first time that's happened. Baxter on that little quick pass with 21, who is Carrington on that little button hook out there, and just threw it over his head, but still hit him in the hands, and pass went right through him.
There was good penetration on that, and Manson Simmons was directing traffic up front, so I don't know if he made a read there, but it worked because our guys had really good penetration on that.
So it brings up 2nd down 10 with the ball still on the 38-yard line after the incomplete pass. Got 11:47 to go in the game. And the Athenians need to get a stop and get a score.
Got a flanker and 2 wide receivers to the right. McCarty on a blitz.
I thought
we had a pick.
Yep. It was at number 87 with the reception. That's Connor George. Did you think Martin was going to put that thing down?
I thought Martin had a pick 6.
He was going to jump that route and take off. He just missed it. It was a timing thing, and somehow the receiver was still able to hang on to it. Picked up a few yards. So that's 1st down and 10 on the 26.
Good defense.
Yep, good pass by Baxter out to the right side. That's 21 Carrington. And the pass is complete. Picked up probably 8 yards on that. Make it 2nd and 2 with the ball on the 19-yard line. So, yep, they're saying pick up 7 yards. So 2nd and 3 to go with the ball on the 19. Yeah, they're kind of a steady diet here of Campbell and Carrington. Baxter again, back to receive. Oh, my, what a catch. Wow, that ball was thrown behind him. It's number 15, Jordan Meyer. That's the guy who was messing us up on defense a couple last series.
Senior tight end. That was a that was a heck of a catch.
I don't know if he ran the wrong route or the ball just got thrown behind him, but he was able to turn his body and make a nice catch there.
Well, once again, I think they are just reading the defense and throwing to an area. I think the quarterback just threw to the open area and the receiver adjusted.
Yep. Luckily, it made him fall down, so we didn't have to make a tackle there. Baxter drops back. 2 seconds, 1 on the play clock. He does get the play off. And, lots of pressure, but he is able to shake off probably 2 tacklers. Break to the left side. McCarty was back there. Peyton Busenbark was back there. They couldn't bring Baxter down, unfortunately. He's got good speed. He broke away off that left side and scored a touchdown. And that makes the score 27-0 here in the fourth quarter. Again, Lazama coming in to attempt the PAT. Snap.
They blocked it.
Hold up. Crawfordsville was all over that. I see Kagan Fields in there,
Right,
and Manson Simmons, and yeah, there's a positive.
Right. Yeah, and
So-
there's still 10 minutes to go. Our guys just have to go one play at a time.
Yep.
They've got to just continue to work on their execution, stay positive.
Yep.
It's another chance right now for our offense to move the ball and
Keep doing, in many ways, keep doing what they've been doing.
Right.
You know, a couple mistakes, it seems like on 3rd and short, we end up with a penalty, or we end up with a kind of a blocking breakdown, or maybe, somebody runs the wrong direction. But just to break down the play, and it ends up costing us
like to be able
significant
to
yardage.
Like to be able to go back to that 3rd and 1 we had early in the
Right.
3rd quarter and get the first down on that play, and then go back and start from there.
Right. So Athenians are going to receive. We got Michael Willis and it's Carson Scott that are deep to receive. Andrew Martin and Kagan Fields are the up men. And so 10:05 to go here in the game. It's 27-0. Athenians going to get the ball back and get after it. Big high kick. Willis runs up.
Gets
fills
it on the run.
cleanly.
He can get out to the outside.
Oh, nice cut. Yep. Little glimpse of that speed
Right,
there.
that's right. And there's just about the slimmest seam you can think of, and he got sliced between and picked up 3 or 4 extra yards.
He did a nice job. He read that well, especially freshman.
Right.
First varsity football action.
Right.
I like it. So good return there. We're going to start on the 27-yard line.
Yeah. Special teams again also for, I think Tiger Club Cubs are well coached. Their special teams have looked good tonight. Lazama has a heck of a foot.
He does. Their guys stay in their lanes, and they, stay home and are able to make plays. So McCarty in the shotgun, empty backfield, hits Hernandez, from the tight end spot. Picks up 4.
That's a nice play.
Yeah. Hey, you do that 3 times, it'll work.
Right.
Yeah, good play. McCarty with a nice little pass there.
Yeah, good confident.
Yep.
McCarty stepped up, hit him just right. Good hands, and over the middle. That's tough for a tight end.
I think I like what I see out of Hernandez.
Right,
there. Some good hands, and he's been blocking well when he's in there. Schrader's back in there now, and Jesse Horton.
We've got our 3 fastest players on the left here.
And McCarty's looking right that way, under a little pressure, tucks it, going to scramble. Looks like he might lose a yard. Yep. Had a trips to the left and just wasn't anything there, so McCarty tucked it, took off, almost back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ball's on the 31-yard line for the Athenians. 8:44 left in the game. Be nice to pick up first down right here. That's big, big play.
Yep, he's a good play right here.
Yep, line, give him some time, and everybody execute what they need to do. Kale's moving Kagan Fields to the other side, to the left side of the line. McCarty in the shotgun. There was definitely a lot of movement up there. I'm just not exactly sure who it's on. Who was first? Looks like the officials pointed out to Crawfordsville, false start. So there's I wonder, we need to track that. I think the penalties happen on 3rd down. Because we have 3rd and 7, and now that'll make it a 3rd and 12. Now I got to point out, since I whine about the sun and us looking into the sun, it is nice to look into the sunset.
That's right.
How about that setting? A high school football game and a beautiful sunset.
Right.
Coach Welliver can probably show part of that on this video, but it's awesome. McCarty from the shotgun. And he's rolling out to his left. He's going to turn and throw across his body. Oh, yep. I thought he was going to get level.
First down.
McCarty did a great job right there. He had a Greencastle who is at 87 was flying to him. Connor George he had a bead on McCarty and was going to lay him out. McCarty just outran him.
Yeah, that was a great run. McCarty's speed is impressive.
He looks good.
And get the first down. That was a big play.
Yeah. 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line.
Under 8 minutes.
Fields and Noah Allen in the backfield along with McCarty. McCarty in shotgun. Got Scott and Andrew Martin. McCarty's going to keep it himself. He's probably going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's one thing from the shotgun. You got to pick up 5 yards immediately just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So he did.
The defensive end for, I don't know who that is for Greencastle. I'll try to pick up his number in a second, but he was untouched.
Yeah, and another guy in for Greencastle, Brock Carrington, was in there too, a 6'2", 180-pound, I think we called his name, but linebacker in there disrupting things. So Hernandez split out right. Scott and Martin left. Cardi under center. No Allen in the backfield to help block. Little toss there to
Kagan Fields.
Oh, yeah, Fields.
Down.
Hey, that catch was a tough catch. There's traffic. There's a defender flying to him. And then here's all he came down with the ball and just started powering forward.
Right.
And actually, in that case, he was powering backwards.
Right.
Because the way he caught it. And now he's holding his hamstring. But hopefully Kagan can walk that off.
Charlie horse.
Yep, I'm sure. Nice job picking up first down. So that's 2 first downs. One by McCarty, one by the pass from little screen pass from McCarty to Fields. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. So we are in Greencastle territory. McCarty in the shotgun, puts Fields in motion, fakes the handoff and throws it out to Noah Allen. He catches it, cuts back to the middle. Great cut. And guess what? Another first down.
3 in a row.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, that was a nice
great job. Yeah, fake the handoff there. That's part of that misdirection. And then McCarty pulls it back and is able to hit Noah Allen, cutting a little out pattern.
I think it's another, if we're making notes of positives and takeaways for tonight, they're, it's fourth quarter. Our guys have stamina and they're executing.
Yeah. Yep. We'll call many of these names on both sides of the ball. And now in the backfield, Noah Allen. Jack Pendleton steps up in the slot. Probably giving Fields a breather. Cardi takes it from shotgun. He's rolling left again. He's going to throw deep. Nice pass. Got wide open. Great job. Andy Martin wide open. Number 21 on the coverage wasn't there.
Oh, that was a great play.
McCarty rolling to his left has had a ton of success passing the football.
Yeah, Andrew Martin has great speed.
Yeah.
Break him open like that. That was well executed.
Hey, and the first time in 2019 the Athenians are in the end zone, which is just a huge positive. Number 25.
That is Lauren
Hale. Soccer team for her first. Yeah, pretty good penetration there from the Greencastle defense on special teams and blocks the PAT. Southmont, got a scoring update for you from Southmont. They beat Fountain Central 26-0.
Great for the Mounties.
Yep. I know that they had lost 3 straight to Fountain Central. I read that in the papers. They did the updates. And so.
Yeah, that's a good opening for South. And being a Covington Trojan growing up, seeing the Fountain Central Mustangs go down is that brings a tear to my eye.
You're okay with that, aren't you? So after the PAT attempt is blocked, the score is 27-6 with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Athenians are on the board, made it happen. Really, lots of great things that series.
Yeah.
Hey,
we've got 6 minutes. We can get a stop.
Yeah. Let's make it interesting.
Right.
How about that? I think there's a North update.
2014, 18 minutes left, North up.
North is up over North Putt. 20-14, and about 8 minutes left in that game. So 6 minutes left here in Crawfordsville. The score is 6-27. And you know what, Kent, you said it. There are just there's just a lot of excitement now. Here's a change.
Yeah, Michael Willis is going to kick.
Yep. So the freshman's going to try his hand at kicking. He's been deep to receive on kickoff. Now he's going to, I guess, try his foot in kicking. Oh, that's why. We're going to onside kick that ball, and I'm not sure you're actually allowed to fall on the guy, but that's probably okay. Since in high school football he's down.
Right.
But
well, I was going to mention Michael kicked for the 8th grade squad last year, and when an 8th grader can kick off through the back of the end zone is pretty good.
He's got a pretty strong leg, huh?
And he did several times last year. So I think we've got a lot of exciting years with number 21.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch him mature and improve and get comfortable out there and just learn the play. So
right.
Here we go, 1st and 10 Greencastle, starting from their 47-yard line. And is that Manson?
That's the second time that's happened.
That's right.
I think Manson's just trying to be friendly with that guard. Getting to know him.
Yeah.
Trying to maybe compare some math notes.
He evidently he's keen, but he's not keen on the ball. So he's up on the nose again. He's down lineman at this point. He plays linebacker as well. So Manson can kind of do it all up there, and he does it well with a lot of energy and great kid.
Right.
A lot of fun to be around. But here we go, and it's our speedster, a little goodness. That's Overstreet. Yeah, man, he's quick.
5'3", 130-pound senior.
Yeah, those legs he's flying.
Yeah, that's about 4 missed tackles there. That's tough.
You have to get low to the ground with him and bring him down. So, see Michael Willis coming in on defense. It looks like Fields might be coming off. Wonder if I know he got dinged up a little bit when he caught that pass, that little screen. So, final from Western Boone and Sheridan. It's 41-6. Western Boone beats Sheridan to start off their season. Now, that means they probably haven't lost in a year and a game.
There it is.
Great defense. Little handoff, I'm not sure it's two, but a whole host of Athenians in on that tackle.
I think that was Overstreet again.
Okay.
But we were...
Contained them well.
Yeah, we had containment and they stayed low, like you mentioned.
2 there. So 2nd and 12 and 5 minutes to go. Ball's on the 18-yard line. Be really great again if Athenian D can just keep him out of the end zone here. Baxter's in the shotgun. Getting a new play, or the actual play. 7 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. I guess he got that. I didn't think he got that off.
He did not.
Oh, they're calling false start anyway. Yep, false start on Greencastle. So that'll back him up 5.
False start against the Tiger Cubs.
They're trying to use too much clock there.
Right.
Make it 2nd and 17. Ball's on the 23-yard line.
All right, we need a tough stop right here.
Baxter in the shotgun. Overstreet is in the backfield with him. Athenians, he steps back, just turns and fires to Campbell. Oh, we had a missed tackle there. Carson Scott was there. Baxter was turned to run right as he went to make the tackle, and he just broke free from it. So he was able to pick up a lot more than he would have. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down with about a yard to go. Ball's on the 8-yard line. Baxter calling play, drops back in the shotgun with Overstreet again. Athenian defense lines up in short yardage, goal line stand, back of the end zone, and Campbell could not hold on to that ball. He was wide open back there.
Wide open.
Yeah, but he just flat out dropped it. So
he might have
fortunate. Maybe footsteps. There were some guys closing, but he had. I mean, and we could see it from up here too. This is a nice vantage point, of course, but
again, that's they've done that all night. They are just looks like they're just running seam routes.
Yeah,
and that senior quarterback is getting just enough time to read it and he's making good throws.
Yep. Here we go. Baxter's in the shotgun. Overstreet moves to the right side. Baxter's going to keep it himself. And as he plows his way through, it looks like he's short. Short of the goal line. He's going to be spotted with just inches to go. Did pick up the first down. So first down, they're calling it the 1 yard line. It's more like a few inches. (27-6) here in Crawfordsville. 3 minutes to go in the game. Greencastle's threatening again. We'll see if the Athenian defense can stand up. Oh, Baxter keeps it himself. Just breaks out to the right side, and he's in. Injured Athenian. It's Manson Simmons.
He's running it off.
Yep, Manson's tough. He's limping it off.
Manson's had some knee trouble. That's his left leg, I hope.
Yeah, I hope that's not anything serious. Looked like Jalen Fairfield went in to take Manson's spot. 6'2", 250-pound senior lineman went in to replace Manson. They'll line up for Greencastle lines up for the PAT. Baxter holds. Lazima, his kick is good. Yep. With that score, with that PAT being good, it's 34-6 now. 2:58 to go in the game. Here's a nice thing. Last offensive series, Athenians scored.
Right, that's
Let's
right.
do that again.
Right.
The famous new cheer block, not new, I guess it's been around for a while, but the cheer block stand when you're up 34-6 with 3 minutes to go, ensuring that you believe you're going to win.
Right, I think that's state law. If you're 34-6 with under 3 minutes, you can officially do the I believe cheer.
Try to call out some guys here on the kickoff return team. 42, Mora. 60, Tyson Hendon, Jesse Horton, Peyton Busenbark, and number 31 is Noah Hagemeyer. 5'11", 180-pound senior, running back, linebacker, and in on special teams.
Looks like Samuel Foster, number 44, and Shane Powell are the next two back.
Great.
And then
same deep guys, except they're rotating them a little bit.
I'd like to see Carson. I think they're purposely not kicking to Carson.
He hasn't had one, has he?
Right.
I think that's a good
gone
point.
To that.
Well, if you've seen him run the bases on the baseball diamond, you're not going to kick the ball anywhere near him. And again, kick to Willis. Clean in the air, gets it, and goes back to the middle of the field and upfield. Nice return.
Yep.
Good job. Yep.
All right, the Athenians, let's move it one more time on offense.
Yeah. Let's do this again. Yep. Crawfordsville takes over on the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 with 2:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Scores 34-6. Greencastle. So here we go. McCarty is in the shotgun.
North Putt just taking the lead, 21-20.
Scoring update from North Montgomery. North Putt has taken the lead 21-20 over the Chargers. And McCarty throwing really off his back foot under some pressure, falls incomplete. Pass intended for Kagan Fields, but just fell short. He was being chased out of the pocket and didn't have much of a chance to get much on that one. So that brings up 2nd and 10 from the 27. So again, scoring change at North Montgomery. They had led most of that game, but now it's 21-20. They are down to North Putt. McCarty in shotgun, puts Fields in motion, fakes a handoff, does a quick little pass. Again, under pressure, getting hit by, can't see it, number 23.
Yeah, that's the 6'2", 180-pound linebacker he's been tough on the Athenians all night.
He has been.
He rotates to the strong side, but he's a good-looking football player.
Is that the guy causing us the issues early when we were running
yes.
on the right side? Yeah. Okay. That's where you were keying, and we were not able to make much happen with him over there.
Right.
McCarty in the shotgun. No Allen back with him. Hand off to Allen on the right side. And he's able to turn that into some positive yardage.
Right.
I think it's going to bring up 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6. Nope, 4th.
Yeah.
That was 3rd down. So, 4th down, 5 yards to go. Athenians are going to go for it. Carty's in the shotgun. Thought maybe he'd do a hard count and try to get him to jump. Allen around the right side and gets positive yards, but does not get enough for the 1st down. Just wasn't much there.
No.
On that right side. So, Greencastle will now take over on downs in Athenian territory. Ball's on the probably 33-yard line. Be 1st and 10, Greencastle's ball. And Crawfordsville's going to get in some other players.
Yeah, it looks like 68 Jalen Fairfield going in, 6'2", 250 senior going in on D-line.
Greencastle's also making some adjustments. New personnel coming into the game, as you might expect. Got 2:03 left. Scores 34-6.
All right, well, we're down to 2 minutes.
Yep.
Our defense needs to make a stand here. Try to get the ball back.
Some new receivers in the game, but the same backfield. Still Baxter and Overstreet behind him. Is it to Overstreet?
Yeah, wrap him up.
Yep. Just tough to wrap that guy up.
Yeah.
He's
a good runner, right? They hit him in the backfield.
He doesn't stop. So number 77 is for Crawfordsville heading into the game. Sam Mayberry, a 6'2", 275-pound senior defensive lineman heading into the game. 66 looks like Jesus Resendez, another senior, 5'11", 225-pound defensive lineman. So victory formation here for Greencastle with about 1:16 left when they snap it.
Well, again, it's. I think there's a tremendous amount of positive things that the Athenians can build on and take away from this game. obviously you want to come out and win your opener, but like you said, Coach Slicker talked about being competitive and putting a competitive team on the field and just working on their football fundamentals. And I think there's, we didn't have any fumbles tonight.
Right.
The interceptions were, the one was got hit in the he got hit and the ball slipped.
Not bad in the turnover. Right. We were competitive. Crawfordsville's going to drop their home opener against Greencastle Tiger Cubs by a score of 34-6. And teams are lining up on the 50. They're going to shake hands. They're going to head home tonight with some things for sure for the Athenians to work on and sharpen up. But really, I get it. 34-6. Does that sound? It is competitive. We watched the game and it was, and there were a couple of big breakdowns. The first touchdown they gave up, I think some confusion there with our defensive back and wide open.
Yeah, the first touchdown, our defensive back just kind of crossed himself up and fell down.
Yeah.
So
lots of good takeaways here for this, what I think is a 53-man roster.
Right.
Some guys injured here lately who were, at least Braden Mitchell is a starter. And that changes it up. So, lots of positives, lots of good things. So, again, those of you who joined in, we appreciate it. We'll be back.
This was a great night. I mean, good atmosphere, great fans. Thanks, Brian. It's a lot of fun.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. I think they go to West Vigo next week. We're trying to figure out the. Yep.
Back here home. I don't remember.
We'll be back in September.
Danville. Yeah, I think you're right. Danville home is the next game. That's the next broadcast or next webcast. Thanks to Justin Duggar on the computer and scoring updates, and then Coach Rhett Welliver running the camera and setting all this up. And I know as a parent, it's a gift to be able to listen in for family, and then for others to just be able to jump into and to have this to refer back to with the Crawfordsville Athenian YouTube channel.
All right.
So thanks to you, Kent Manette.
Thanks to you, Brian. I had a blast.
Yep, me too. This will be fun. We'll be back in 3 weeks, we believe, is the right timing for that, for the next home game for the Crawfordsville Athenians, and look for just continued improvement as we enter into the Sagamore Conference schedule for that timing. So it's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it and look forward to watching these Athenians for the rest of the season.
Yep. Thanks, Brian.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Good night, everybody.